Hello, good day. This is the second part of your workshop solution of three. This particular workshop is related to the concept of elasticity. We will be doing from question number 6 in this particular part. This question number 6 reads, fill in the rest of the following table. Now you are given a table in this table you have got the columns. One column represents quantity demanded, which is in thousands. The second column represents price in pound sterling. What you have to fill in this particular table, you have to find out, first of all, the total consumer expenditures. And the next column, you have to find out whether this expenditures, this change from the price number 13 to 11 or 11 to 9 or 9 to 7 is basically elastic or inelastic. And you have to measure, the elasticity of demand here. And for that, basically, first of all, what we'll do, we will be trying to multiply the quantity with the price to find out whether this basically, what is the total expenditures. Like say, for example, here, to find out this total expenditures, you need to multiply the quantity with the price. Like say, for example, this is the quantity which a consumer is buying, and this is the price he is paying. So the total expenditures basically making, like, for the first thing is the 91, 7 multiplied by 13. And now if you multiply 9 with 11, you get 99. So here, the price fall from the 2 to 13 to 11 actually increases your total revenue from 91 to 99. If you look at here, like say, for example, for the third level, the quantity is 11,000 and the price is, again, the price is 9. If you multiply 11 by 9, again, you will get the 99. So the price change from 11 to 9 basically does not change your total revenue at all. That actually also tells you about the concept of elasticity. And similarly, if you multiply 13 by 7 here, multiplying 13 by 7 actually gives you 91. Now you can see, the decrease in the price from the 9 to 7 will decrease your total revenue from 99 to 91. That particular information is quite enough to tell you whether the situation or the price fall actually is elastic or inelastic. Like say, for example, from this to this particular decrease, this particular from 13 to 11 is elastic. From 11 to 19, this is unitary elastic. And from 9 to 7, this is inelastic region of the demand curve. So you need to find out, like say, for example, by looking at the change in the revenue, you can tell, whether this is elastic or a unitary elastic or inelastic, say, for example. If you want to measure the price elasticity of demand, here you have been asked to use this formula. So if you divide, initially, say, for example, change in the quantity, the change in quantity here, say, for example, from 7 to 9 is 2. And if you divide that by the mid Q, you will get, say, for example, this is 8. And divided by, the change in price, is from 13 to 11. So this is minus 2. And if you just take the middle point of these two prices, that you get just 12 here. Okay. So if you solve this equation here, 2 divided by 8 multiplied by 12 divided by minus 2, say, for example, the 2 will cancel out with 2. And if you divide 2, 8 with 12, you get 1.5, say, for example, here. So this is the elastic region, basically, as you know that this is elastic because fall in the price from 13 to 11 is increasing your total revenue by 8. So this is elastic region, actually. So for the second part, you can find out that this is basically a simple calculation. For example, you can use other kind of this changes in the price and the quantity, and you can divide them with the average of the price and average of the quantity in the numerator and denominator. And here you basically get say, for example, minus 0.67. You can do this calculation by using this formula. So change in quantity divided by the mid quantity, the change in price divided by the mid price. So you can always calculate these formulas. If, for example, this is a minus 1, this is minus 1.5, and this is minus 0.67. In part B of the question number 7, in the part A, you have to write the formula, and this formula is also given you in the description of the question. In the part B, you have to find out, whether the things basically are shown here on the left-hand side, say, for example, flour, ready prepared meals for the microwave, champagne, stocks, designer jeans, electricity, bus journeys, insurance, whether they have got elastic demand with respect to income or not. Like say, for example, if you think about the flour is the basic commodity. This commodity is not responsive to the changes in income. So you will actually have got this basically, the flour is not elastic with respect to income. So what you basically mark here is like, say, for example, here, you have got this. No, if the flour is not elastic with the income, okay? Ready prepared meals for microwave, of course they are. Because the rich people use it, say, for example, if your income increases, you basically you buy more ready prepared meals that can be warmed into the microwaves to use for the ready-made use. Champagne basically have got, of course, the price income elasticity demand positive, basically because the champagne is a kind of a luxury good. So when your income increases, your champagne consumption increases, and otherwise. The socks can be income elastic or cannot be income elastic. That depends. We have to just make further qualification if you are actually want to declare any of the options for this. Like say, for example, they can be possibly if you actually are talking about not only the socks, but you are talking about the designer socks. So the only socks do not basically respond, or the quantity demand is not responsive to the income. But possibly if the socks are designers, say for example, the designer socks are such for which the income elasticity is positive. Now the designer jeans actually is probably is very obvious kind of thing that basically should have got a positive income elasticity of demand. Electricity could be possibility is there. Because when you are using some kind of luxury appliances, like say, for example, you are using the coffee maker. So that maybe, have a responsiveness, to the demand, basically, when the income increases. The bus journeys basically, it does not have got income elasticity. When your income changes, you do not change your bus journeys, basically, generally, it's not, it's a kind of a thing, basically, that is not elastic with respect to this. Insurance is elastic because you actually have got this you respond more to the insurance when your income increases. The ratio of the responsiveness to the changes in income to the demand for the insurance is greater. So that's why you have got this is the elastic demand. So